Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days. It's a joke, you idiot.
Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a hot day.
woo,
In
daddy.
Astoria, Queens.
Sweaty day,
dude.
Yeah.
Good thing I put the AC on. With me, as always, though, is my number two, the man with the plan, the big dog himself, Mr. Zawodni. Yeah.
Dylan Krasinski, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. More importantly than thanking you, as always, we want to thank everybody that's been checking out Troublemakers, whether you're watching full video episodes on the YouTube, checking out those Reels shorts, or just listening to us on the audio version of the podcast. If you are one of our valued listeners or watchers, we ask you for a big favor. Engage with us, man. Leave us ratings and reviews out there on the audio platforms. Share the shorts, share the Reels with your friends, and comment on the YouTube videos. Leave some comments. But I will tell you this. If I do find negative comments anywhere or find that you are leaving us a poor rating, anything less than 5 stars I consider a poor rating, I will find out where you live. I'll start following you for a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe a couple of weeks. Find out your favorite watering holes, right? I'm going to sit next to you at the bar. You're going to go to the bathroom. You'll leave your beer unattended. I'm going to slip a little something in your drink. Right, knock you unconscious. I'm gonna drive you back to your house. I'm gonna lay you down. I'm gonna take some fingernail clippers and I'm gonna clip your fingernails and toenails so goddamn low that just the thought of water hitting them. You eat an orange. You know
That's the worst.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
you get
fucking bad.
You have anything with salt in it. It's gonna be salt right in the wound. It's gonna be the most annoying, painful week of your life, because it's going to take about a week for those nails to grow back. I know how long it takes nails to grow.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, have you ever had that happen? You bite a nail too low, or you clip a nail too low?
For a while, but I'm back into it, and let me tell you, it hurts.
You get a little too deep.
Hurts the nail,
and you eat a fucking orange, and that squirt gets all over your finger. It's probably as bad as childbirth. I don't know how bad that would be, but it seems like they're on par with each other. So hey, say something nice. We do not have a guest today, so I'm sitting in the guest seat.
Boys only episode,
which I think is a good thing. I think we need to catch up a little bit.
Listen, the fans don't like it, but I like it.
They do like it. They love it.
Our boys only episodes are always lower views.
I
think that might have to do with the guests not bringing their network in. But our loyal followers, the loyal listeners,
they love these. These are for them.
These are for you guys.
These are for our upper echelon, top-notch Troublemakers fans.
Which, you know what? I have two things I want to say. One, while you were doing that great introduction.
Thanks. Thank you.
You know how people call fans of the podcast a name? They have a nickname for them. What do you think we should call, the 5 to 6 fans of our podcast?
I mean, Troublemakers, probably.
I mean, it's kind of there. Yeah. Convicts.
We're like basically named after our fans.
Yeah, basically.
Which I like. That's how close we are to.
We're all the same
to our people. We don't really want a wall between us and our fans. They're our family,
dude. Honestly, when we do a Patreon, if we do $100 level a month that like no one signs up for, what we could do with that $100 level is have a fan call in, and be a guest episode,
and we both have to kiss them.
I mean, that's free, obviously.
I'll tell you this, Dylan. There is a troublemaker out there, and I don't know. Did I bring up the theft that happened to me?
No.
Did I bring up that I was stolen from?
No.
Dude, listen to this.
Other than your heart, hey, shout out.
So I mail my car payment every month because my loan is the loan that I got my car from the bank. They're in the Stone Age. There's no online payment option for them.
I mean, listen, knowing, being friends with you, a bank that would give you a loan, I understand not being able to have electricity, email, faxes.
Well,
it's just snail mail, baby.
No, okay, you're talking to a guy whose credit is now officially over 600.
Whoa!
Yeah, so
pretty good.
So I'm gonna try to make this story as quick as possible. So I get an email from the the loan company saying, hey, we haven't received your payment. I was like, I mailed that 2 weeks ago.
Cash or check?
Check. Mailed a check 2 weeks ago, right? They're like, well, we didn't receive it. So I go, okay. I call them up. I'm like, hey, you didn't receive it. They're like, yeah, you can, we always let you do a one-time payment over the phone. They're like, if you mailed it, it could take, sometimes every once in a while, it like might take a while, because that has happened in the past. Yeah. So that's why I didn't go and immediately cancel the check, because sometimes it would just get me a month in advance. They would see the payment coming and they'd be like, oh, this dude paid one over the phone. We'll just pay for the next month with this. And, you know, I'm smooth sailing. So for some reason, the next day, I look at my bank account and my car payment is $326 and some odd cents a month.
Sure.
That's really none of your fucking business listening out there, but I'm going to tell you that that's what it is.
I appreciate the honesty.
And I need to give you that to tell you what happened. I see a charge on my account, a check that was cashed in my personal bank account that I pay with of $626 and the same odd cents. I'm like, what the fuck happened? So I look and it is cashed. I could see the digital copy of the check. I call the loan company. They're like, we never cashed that. Somebody stole it, changed the 3 to a 6, like white it out. You could see it on the check plain as day. And the reason that they chose 6 instead of 900, which would be like the max that they could probably change it to, or they didn't white it all out, is I think they wanted to try to mimic the look of how I wrote the word 6.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm like, holy shit, like that's crazy. Somebody did this. But it also pissed me off that my bank, and I'm not gonna say that, I've had this bank for 25 fucking years.
Did they not cover it?
Well, they ended up doing it, but I call them up and I'm like, hey dude, why would this loan company that is a bank, that is a popular, it's First National Bank.
Sure.
That is a popular bank. Why would they mobile deposit a fucking check?
Also, was it made out to cash or to the loan?
It's made out to the bank. So like,
how did this person even cash it then?
They mobile deposited it
and then took it out.
So like you know how like you can take the picture of your check?
Yeah.
That's what they did, but it was a check for a fucking sent to a auto loan bank.
So hold on, what is the purpose of this? Is that they're stealing the money? How are they getting the money?
Well, so I think what happens is kind of like...
They're just trying to pay your loan more? They're just like, you know what? This guy's got to pay 3 months right now.
No. Like, so dude, it would be like you took the mail, right?
Yeah.
You get this check from me to First National Bank, and you snap a picture of it and it on your mobile deposit, and it puts it into your bank.
In my own bank account.
In your own bank account.
So they should be able to track that guy down.
No shit.
You should call the police.
But I call my fucking bank and I'm like, hey, can I get this money back? They're like, well, yeah, you're going to have to get this, like making me do all this legwork. I'm like, I'm not a detective here. Like, you should be able to, this isn't an open and shut fucking case.
Yeah.
Leave me out of it. This is kind of why I bank with you.
Yeah.
And they put it back into my account, but they still send me like an affidavit, whatever the fuck that is. And I'm supposed to I'm supposed to do all the like go to my loan company and do all the shit because they said that there's a possibility that they could still take it back out, and they want me to do the due diligence, and I don't know if I'm going to do it.
Are you going to call the police? They should be able to track this guy down. If it went into their account, it's check fraud, dude. Whew.
I
know.
A lot of work.
I know, dude. I'm putting more steps on you, but you got to do it.
It's bullshit.
I mean,
it makes me really mad. It makes me more mad not at the guy who or gal. Women can steal too now, Harrison Butker. I like am less mad at a person that's like trying to, because we live in a society where sometimes our only option is to hustle, is to steal.
Dude, AOC said it best. Sometimes, a choice is a family stealing bread or going hungry. Have you ever seen that speech?
That's also from Les Miserables.
Oh.
Jean Valjean, that's why he went to jail. He stole a loaf of bread.
Oh. I like when people cut that AOC speech and they put her above and they're like, sometimes it's only a family's choice of stealing a loaf of bread or going hungry. And then underneath they put clips of people like looting like the Louis Vuitton in LA or like the Apple store. It's so funny, dude.
Well, I mean... what I'm saying is I'm less mad at somebody that has been driven to steal and more mad at a fucking bank who's like, Yeah, we pay people in our fraud department, but we don't. You got to join.
They got to do their
investigation. Yeah, it's like anybody can see that like this wasn't cashed by First National Bank.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It went to
dude.
like Frank Richardson's bank account.
Maybe.
Or maybe they, you know what though, because there is the check image. The only other thing that I can't think of much. I don't know how they would have done it.
They just probably stole it out of the mailbox. Maybe it was a mail carrier. Dude, you should ask your mail carrier.
What if I just made this my life, my passion?
Your goal is to
Trying
find
to track
this
this guy.
Dude,
you know who it
honestly,
probably is?
Who?
It's probably somebody that's left a negative comment on the podcast. And they do their own rival Troublemakers podcast.
And they're just sitting there being like, this fucking guy. Your threat, dude.
It's the Do-Gooders podcast.
This is your threat.
Yeah, they begin and they go, listen here, what we're going to do is we're going to monitor your mail. We're going to make sure if you're ever sending out any checks, we're going to change the information on it. We're going to cash it. We're going to steal your money.
Wow, damn,
All right.
dude.
Well, balls are my court, I guess.
Can I tell you? So speaking of money, dude, you know what I just got charged? I gotta actually check it after this, but I got double charged for Uber, and they don't let you contest it until it like processes totally,
That's
and it
annoying.
like takes it out. So I'm missing like it was also a big ride. It was like an $80 ride, and they double charged me. Very annoying.
They're almost forcing people to drink and drive again.
I know, dude. I know. Can I tell you this though?
I know that's a hot button issue.
It's a hot button. People don't like it. But we can get into it. Can I tell you this though? Speaking of money, I went out this weekend, had dinner, nice dinner.
Oh, where'd you go?
We went to Salt and Charcoal in Williamsburg.
Ooh.
Really nice Japanese
It
steakhouse.
sounds good. That just
Yeah.
sounds like a fancy new place.
Like miso soup that had like fried tofu in it, like
Yeah.
that they do in house, and they make a broth in house, like real fancy, nice.
That's like the new trendy restaurant. It's always like blank and blank,
Yeah,
like fire and ice, or
that was a place in Boston. It was not fancy.
really.
Yeah, dude, you would go up. It was like wok style, but instead of like having it at your table like hibachi, you went up buffet and you loaded like raw cold food on your plate and then gave
Yeah.
it to them, and they did a big stir fry.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, it closed.
That's how Fuddruckers kind of was. Did you ever go to a Fuddruckers?
No, never been to Fuddruckers.
I think it was Fuddruckers where you
What a
like
name, you know?
they give you your sandwich, but you got to go to like a thing to put like the accoutrements
I don't
on,
like
if
that.
you will, like
I don't
a
like that.
lettuce thing and like a tomato you grab from it.
I gotta tell you too. Are you hot?
Not really.
I'm like warm, and I ran the AC in here for like an hour
That's
before
too
we
hot.
sat in.
Two hot boys in here, baby.
It's two hot boys and the lights.
Two hot
Ooh.
bodies.
But can I tell you? So after dinner,
Oh, okay.
this is what I want to tell you. I was gonna offer you some because I'm eating it all myself, and it's not good. We went to Bon Bon,
I don't know what that is.
Swedish candy shop.
Oh,
Swedish candy.
Is that the
you
one
know?
by Lucky Jack's?
No, but there is one there. This is in Williamsburg. We went there, got 2 bags of candy. It's fun. You know, you go around, you're like, I think I like this. You put it,
Yeah.
and you're trying it, even though it's not allowed. You're like, no, I'll try that. You know, why not? Put it on the thing to weigh it at the end. Guess how much 2 bags of candy cost? Don't do the thing where you fucking go like $500 because it wasn't that.
Well, the only reason that I'm gonna guess what I'm gonna guess is because I did that at the M&M store recently, and it was kind of high.
Little high.
I will say what you paid for 2 bags of candy, $32,
$50.
$50. Yeah,
It was also, I don't want to tell you how much it was a pound because then you'll know how much candy we bought. It was a lot. It was $18 a pound, which means we bought about
you know what though? A fucking pound.
3 pounds of candy.
Pound is so relative. The biggest scam on the face of this earth, and what I vowed to never have ever again in my life, is frozen yogurt.
Why?
Because it's
Pinkberry, dude? I love Pinkberry.
It's bullshit. The first day that I moved here, me and Colin Chamberlain, friend of the pod, we went to the one in Astoria, which is now closed. Thank God. I outlived them here. I watched them die. And we went there, just moved here, both broke as fuck. You're filling up your thing, and dude, and I'm modest with my toppings, and it's not because I'm watching my weight. It's because I don't like mixtures.
Oh,
So like, yes, I'm going to put a lot of shit on it, but it's going to be like two things. It's going to be like
What do you
Oreo and like little pieces of Oreos and like maybe another cookie or something like that. Like I try to keep it like I'm all about like keep
you
it
don't want to
simple.
mix gummy and chocolate.
I don't like
I
syrup
get
touching
that.
my fucking bacon.
I got it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
So I go to it was like $19 fucking for a frozen
one?
yogurt. Yeah.
Wow.
And Collins was crazy expensive too, and I vowed never to go there again.
I believe that. You know what's a funny story about
Expensive tastes.
Pinkberry? You've been to the North End in Boston when I was living up there. You know,
Yeah.
it's very Italian. It's very like mom and pop shops, mom and pop, ice cream,
Yeah.
gelato, all that stuff. And when I was living there, they put a Pinkberry into the on Hanover Street, which is the main street in Boston. And I remember they were opening it up and we were walking around. I was like, oh, Pinkberry, that's going to be great. Dude, the next day, the day before they were about to open, someone threw a brick through the window.
No shit.
Dude, it happened like 2-3 times in a row. Finally, they like opened up. And then it was a big success. People loved it. They're like, get out of here, you fucking...
They did it twice?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot, yeah, it happened more than once. But,
Dude,
yeah.
that's got to be a wonderful feeling though.
Just throwing a brick
Throwing
through
a brick through a big window.
corporate window.
Ugh.
Stick it to the man.
Stick it to the man,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. Not bad.
Hey, you can't get much trouble for that, can you?
Yeah, it's good
You're
amount
a-
of trouble.
Really?
Yeah, destruction of property. You got to pay it back probably. Those
Pay for the-
windows are expensive too.
Yeah. What I mean, this is a good question. I think you've told me. Is there a debtor's prison?
No, I
No
don't
debtor's
think so.
prison.
I mean, no,
Can I get into so much debt that I go to jail? I don't think so.
no, just with the IRS,
What can they do to me?
they'll send you to jail.
So then there is technically
Technically, right? Technically, if you don't, which is weird, it's kind of like debtor's prison, but they don't do it as like you owe this. They're not sending you to jail until you can pay it back. It's like a crime to not pay your taxes.
yes, but if you did,
Which, if all of us just stop paying our taxes, I'm not saying to do it, but if we got like, one of those signature, those petitions, end the federal tax, hey, listen, they can't put all of us in jail. You know what I mean?
and
They
then
can't put us all there, baby.
yeah, but we start this movement and then it's just me and you are the only ones that do it, and then we go to jail.
Dude, I mean, maybe we'll be in the same cell. We could pod from jail. That would be great, though.
Real question, and answer this honestly.
Yeah.
So all goofing around and all joking around and all this being a comedy podcast aside,
Let me be serious.
how do you think you would fare in prison?
Real bad.
Real bad?
Real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Of course. I don't know, though. Actually, to be fair, I have found that I feel like the people who do bad in prison are the same people who come into a new job and they're like in your face right away, I've always been a good person. Like I come in with my head down, stay quiet, kind of learn about everybody, and then I slowly become everyone's like favorite at the office.
So are you not... You're not adopting the fight the biggest dog in the yard?
I mean, if you have to, I'm not going to do it, but like we've had some guests on, they say first day in, they're like, hey, you got to fight.
Yeah.
First day in, you got to throw down. So you got to at least, put an effort in. I'd probably get my ass kicked, obviously, but I'd try.
I think that's what I would do. If I'm going to jail...
I mean, you're a target when you go in there. Big guy.
Big guy.
They want to prove a point.
Well, I think here's what I would do if I'm going to jail. Usually, there's some time, right?
Yeah.
So-
Well, depends.
So like, I'm probably not going to murder anybody. I'm probably, I don't know what I would go to jail for, but I would have maybe 3 months before I have to go in,
Yeah.
right?
Maybe.
So in that 3 months, I'm taking some classes to learn how to fight.
Smart.
Like you know what I mean, like techniques, like prison fight, how to I'm going like how you see those dudes like on TikTok where they'll be like, somebody comes at you with a shank, like those old videos.
Yeah.
So like I would learn one of them techniques, and then first day I'd just see how it goes.
Dude, that would be a good business model. You know how they have former guest of the pod, Derek Drescher, Con Body, which is workout classes in New York.
That is brilliant.
They should teach you how to fight if you're going to prison.
before you go to jail.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's not a bad idea. Dude, hey, maybe
heard it
let's
here first.
like self-defense. It's like MMA, jiu-jitsu, a little prison fighting.
Prison fighting.
How do you do it, And they teach you like, oh, these are the things. This is what people are going to do. They try to tackle you right away, and then you throw an elbow in their head or something, like right in their skull.
They should teach you a bunch of survival techniques before you go there.
Yeah. No, well, they're not going to do that because they don't want to encourage it. But like like a private business. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not doing. I'm not putting this on fucking Facebook.
Although I am where that guy who did the FTX scam, Sam Bankman Fried.
Nah, I don't watch.
You don't know that guy?
I don't watch the news. You know that about me.
Sure. He got sent to jail for like 20 years. He's doing.
Yeah,
20 years, and he's like a billionaire.
So he could have used my fucking class.
He could have, but you know what he did, which is what you hopefully try to do is he's got so much money that he just paid. He's like paid like these gangs to just protect him.
Yeah,
and he just not bad.
I feel like you got to get to prison, and you got to if you're not taking my classes on how to fight once you get there. Sure. I feel like what you have to do is my game plan, if I'm not going to go there with the skills that I learned from my sensei, I'm going to try to be a certain type of guy there. Like I might start like,
I'd be like Andy Dufresne.
I'd start like a bocce ball league.
Start the prison library.
Yes, you got to be a guy.
Yeah.
You
start a chess club.
You got to show your value immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like I think it's like any ecosystem. You got to immediately show your value. It's why I survived at every job. Like I kind of did what you did.
Yeah.
I came in a little hotter, guns blazing when I would go into the workplace, but I would immediately try to be like the person that everybody liked, the person that everybody could count on, and I wanted the workers to know like, hey, it's us against the higher ups,
the big guys.
I got your back. Mm-hmm. We're all together here. Fuck them at the top.
Yeah.
But then closed doors, me and the people at the top, we should go for a beer, boss.
Yeah. Dude, that is a big thing I stand by. If you're going into the workplace, right? You come in not thinking you're going to change things, not thinking you're going to like totally change. You got to adapt a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a culture in place. You got to adapt to that culture. And then once people like you, then you start to change the culture to what you like.
Well, you know what I think I've always been good at?
What?
Is figuring out a boss pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like figuring out how to work for somebody. Because everybody has what they want in a worker. Everybody has who they want in a worker. Like I've always known like what the line is, how far I can go, and how much I can slack.
How much you can get away with.
Yeah.
It's like being in a job is like it's like being a kid with like your parents or your teachers at school. It's like, how much can I push this without really getting in trouble? Like, I don't want to get fired. I don't want to get expelled. How far can I push it?
In my older age, I have too much like, I don't want to say the words pride, but it's hard for me to be a bad worker now. Because if somebody like says I'm doing a good job, I like it.
If someone says you're doing a good job, you're like, fucking keep my paycheck.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
That's all I wanted.
That positive reinforcement. I'm very similar. I'm very similar that way. Dude, I did want to say this. I did look this up. I wanted to ask you a question. I think you'll like this.
Yeah,
I have two things, dude.
Yeah, make it quick.
Whoa, dude.
Well, I mean, you're asking me if you can ask me a question. I mean, that's the whole point of it.
You know what? I don't want to do it anymore.
No, come
on.
I
don't want to do it.
I want to. Let me have a zin. I'll have a zin too.
Yeah, will you?
No,
dude, you'll throw up on camera. That would be fun.
That would be cool.
That would be a good.
Yeah, I'll ruin all the equipment.
Take it. Like with 15 minutes left, you'll take it and you'll start to kick in.
Did
we talk about this? I think we talked about it last pod.
About Ivan?
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Getting sick, dude. Yeah. For anyone who didn't listen last week, our buddy Ivan, when we were playing poker, was like, "Hey, I take the Zins out, I throw in. He's like, "Hey, can I have one of those?" And he asked with such confidence.
But that's not the. But that's the funny part is that he came there like trying to have a chill night.
He was like, "Oh, this is good. I don't want to drink too much tonight.
Yeah,
I don't want to get fucked up."
which are famous last words.
Yeah.
Because I've said that a lot.
I did say that yesterday. I didn't drink for the Knicks game.
Really?
No. You didn't come through. If
Would you
you
have
were
drank
there,
if I
I
came?
probably would have drank.
I didn't drink yesterday.
I was so stressed, though. I was just like drinking Diet Coke and water. It was
didn't
just
drink
a
yesterday.
terrible game. No?
No.
It's pretty good. So I wanted to ask you, do you think you could list the top 10? I have two lists that I want to see if you can fill out. Both sports related.
Yeah.
One is the top 10 most popular franchises
Yeah, I could probably do that.
in sports, in North American sports. North American. I didn't want to do like world because
Sure.
you're going to have like Chelsea, you're going to have Manchester United, all that bullshit. So this is based on the social score, a social rating.
Okay.
So the way they put this list together is social followings, YouTube subscriber counts, fan attendance, stats, and search data. So how much are these like teams looked up?
So there's 10.
There are 10, and 9 of them, if you want a hint. Actually, no, I won't give you a hint.
How many guesses do I get?
I'll give you
15 guesses?
I'll give you 3 wrong.
Oh,
3
3
wrongs.
Okay.
3 wrongs.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
New York Yankees.
Not on there.
Are you fucking kidding me? What is this list?
Okay, I'll give you this. Dude, this is the list, man. This is the list. You want a hint?
No.
9 of them are football teams, which kind of makes sense.
It's professional.
Professional.
That's a fucking stupid. I get another wrong because that's a stupid fact.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Ugh. They're number 1.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Yep, they're number 7.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Number 3.
I figured. I was going to say, if it's not on there, it's a fake fucking list. Surprisingly enough, the Green Bay Packers are on there.
Yep, they are number 5.
Yep.
Good noise for the listeners.
The Chicago Bears.
They are number 10.
Yeah, all right. The Los Angeles Lakers.
They are not on there.
Fuck. This thing is so stupid.
You know, it's interesting because I think a lot of Lakers fans aren't really real Lakers fans. They like the LA vibe and lifestyle, but they're not really fans of the team. Like going to games, searching it.
Are the Kansas City Chiefs on there?
Yes, they are. They
It's
are
gotta be
number
recent.
4. You got 6. You got 4 more.
And I've got one wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
we're not counting that Yankees bullshit.
Okay,
that you
yeah.
just pulled on me.
you have number 2, numbers 5. I guess one is like tied for 5th. So
The Patriots.
they're number 2.
Yeah.
I think you got 3 more. You have
3 more. 2 more football teams and then somebody else.
Yeah. Maybe only. Yeah, 3. 2 footballs and one non-football.
I'll throw you a bone. Is it the Jets?
No, I was kind of
No.
surprised at that too. Although I think the Giants are more popular.
Are the Giants on there?
Possibly. No, they're not either. You know what it is though? You know what the problem is? Jets and Giants split a state.
That's true.
You know, so you got to think about it that way too.
Little dark horse action. Washington.
No, one of them is I was surprised at.
Really?
Yeah, and then the other, the one football team and one other team. You want the
Raiders?
no?
Raiders aren't on there? They move too much.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make one more guess.
And then I'll tell
I
you.
don't want to embarrass myself anymore.
All right.
Is the team that's not a football team, is it a basketball team?
Yes.
Is it the Boston Celtics?
No. Close though. Not close. But I if I was gonna guess, there would be 4. I would guess this would probably be the 4th of my guess. I would have said Lakers.
Is it the Bulls?
No. I would have. It's actually surprising when you think about it in
Okay,
popularity.
let me just get the rest because this is bad. This is bad.
radio.
Bad radio here.
Bad podcasting.
Yeah.
If I was gonna guess, dude, I would have said for basketball, it's the Warriors.
And this is
which
it's
is
recent, man. It's a
surprising,
recency
dude.
thing.
But I would have said probably Lakers, Knicks, Celtics, Bulls as like the top 4 most popular basketball teams.
Yeah.
Then Heat, then the Warriors. Probably.
What's the other football teams?
The Eagles, which I think is a pretty good one. And then this one I thought was a little unexpected. The Denver Broncos.
No, it's not.
Number 9.
I mean, they have a pretty rich history.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, that was fun.
Right? Not bad. Then the other list that I had was which I wanted to include this because the Steelers are not on it, is the top 10 most valuable franchises in sports.
Are we talking financially?
Yeah, how much they're worth.
You know why the Steelers aren't on there? Because you can't put a monetary value on the Pittsburgh Steelers and what they mean to the city, what they mean to the country, what they mean to the world, what they mean to my family. Okay, so these are all franchises, though?
All franchises. A little bit more of a fair split between the big 3.
Most valuable.
Yeah.
So Lakers are on here now.
Lakers are on there. They are number 8.
Yankees are on there now.
They're number 3.
The Cowboys are on there.
Number 1, $9.2 billion.
What the fuck is with Dallas? I don't get it.
I think because they have such a big, it's such a big area they cover.
Yeah.
But they haven't won anything.
Most valuable.
In years.
Most valuable. The Chiefs?
Not on there.
The 49ers?
They are on there, number 9.
I'm not going to be good at this one because I'm poor and money doesn't really affect me unless somebody's fucking stealing it off of me. Are there more? Oh, you said there's more of the big 3 incorporated in this.
And this one makes a lot more sense when you think of worth.
Boston Red Sox.
Value. No. That's the first baseball team you went with?
I already said the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I already said the goddamn Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big baseball guy, man. I grew up with the Pirates, and I know they're not on there.
That's true.
They're on the least valuable franchise list. The San Francisco Giants?
No. Actually, the Yankees are the only baseball team.
Oh, really?
$7.13 billion. It's a lot of bread.
A lot of quiche.
A lot of bread. Do you just want them?
Yeah, give me them.
So they go from $9.2 billion to $6.11 billion. Okay, it's the Cowboys, the Warriors, the Yankees, the Giants, the LA Rams, the Patriots, the Knicks, baby, at $6.5 billion, the Lakers, the 49ers, and then the Jets.
I got a good trivia question.
Which I think makes sense, though, because all those teams, other than the Patriots, I guess you can include the Warriors, are New York, California, and then Dallas.
Here's one of my favorite sports trivia questions. I was just talking about this. This is an easy one. You should nail this.
Oh, don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
4 quarterbacks in NFL history.
I already hate that. I am going to get it wrong. You said it was so easy.
4 quarterbacks in NFL history have beaten all 32 teams in the NFL.
Yep.
Who are the 4?
Tom Brady.
Yes.
Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Brett Favre.
Yes.
Ooh, baby.
One more.
So it has to be someone who played more than on one team.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a obvious one or is it a deep cut?
It's not a deep cut. It's of our era.
Drew Brees.
Yes.
Whoa, baby!
Nailed it. I told you it was an easy one.
Yeah.
Well, that you know what it is because we don't
you forget
remember
that
the
Brees
Chargers.
was a Charger.
Yeah.
For like 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I can't believe I know. I thought it was going to go like Montana or Steve Young or something like deep like that. But,
Yeah.
Because didn't Steve Young play for 2 teams, right? Didn't he?
Yeah, Steve Young played for... Well, I know Montana played for the Chiefs. Ben Roethlisberger only beat 31 teams.
I knew it wasn't going to be
He
him.
never left us, boy.
When he said 4 quarterbacks, I was like, oh, Fucking Roethlisberger's
He's a
gonna
little
be on
troublemaker
here.
in his own right. That big
Well,
man.
he is, dude.
Yeah.
He is.
Speaking of troublemakers that we've never touched on, that's something that we should do and can do is troublemakers in the news.
Oh,
People
yeah.
making trouble.
Well, you don't watch the news.
I don't, but I mean,
Make
but
him
I
ill.
do have TikTok and Twitter, and I saw a video of Sean P. Diddy Combs. He's been up to no good, huh?
Whoa, he's been a naughty boy,
He's been
dude.
doing- Holy fucking shit.
He's been a bad boy.
Everything, every single thing that we've grown up with, I feel like now is just getting
P. Diddy, Will Smith,
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Tough stuff, huh?
Did you watch?
Tough time to be a millennial.
Did you watch that silly Nickelodeon documentary?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, I started it and I was like, this is
You know anything about it?
this is too depressing. A little bit.
It's not very funny. The documentary's not funny.
Oh, it's not funny
It's not.
at all.
It's not an all that reunion.
I was like, oh, we gonna get some Keenan and Kel sketches in here? None, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Is Keenan in it at all?
No, not really. But Drake is.
Oh, I know Drake is.
Drake.
I know Drake is.
Drake had a rough time, dude.
Yeah. Well, all these, you know what it is? I think maybe we talked about this not on the pod, but all these like child stars when they grow up and then you're like, they act out and they turn into lunatics.
Yeah.
You know, Britney Spears, Justin Bieber for a while, Drake Bell. I could see it now with JoJo Siwa. Do you know her?
Yeah, my niece is like her.
That fucking, the dance that she does everywhere. It's super cringy and awkward. But like they all were like, had terrible childhoods.
Because
it makes sense.
They had fucked up parents.
Yeah. Did I say Britney Spears? Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes.
You know, I was almost a child star. Did I ever tell you about
You
the
told me this.
the John
man.
Robert Powers experience? Did I ever tell that on the pod?
I don't think so.
Did I ever tell you this?
told me this, yeah.
So when I was,
I don't remember it really.
so when I was about like 13, I was, you know, I just started doing like musicals in school, and I wanted to be an actor. Like I always wanted to be an actor when I was younger, or some type of comedian, that type of thing. And I was staying over a friend's house, and I answered his phone for some reason, and it was like early in the morning, and it was this John Robert Powers modeling and acting agency, and I answered for some reason, and I think they might have been calling for his sister.
They were
or
like,
some,
Ray?
some cold call thing.
We knew you would be here.
Well, I answer it and I say like, wow, that sounds really interesting. I would be interested in that. So I get off the phone and all my friends were like, dude, you see in Hollywood all the time. This is how stuff like this happens. You answer a random phone call and next thing you know, you're famous.
It's Hollywood calling, baby.
So my mom, I go there with my mom and her fiance at the time, never married, but her fiance at the time. We go to this like conference room at Point Park University, and it's like all these people in like all black clothes, black turtlenecks.
Weird.
You know, they all look like they're about to give a TED Talk, and they show like a video when we come in that's all in black and white, and it shows like they're like 3 celebrities that you may know. It was like the friend from Even Stevens was one of them.
Dude, it's Beans?
No, the like good looking kid.
Oh, yeah.
So, what's his name?
I don't know.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
He was like a heartthrob for a little bit.
So it's like just passion, integrity, resilience, beauty, pain. Like it's just like all these like buzzwords.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they give us their whole spiel about all these people that they've helped become models, and like every like kid that's come through there that has become famous and been successful, and how they do it, and they really shepherd people into these careers in entertainment. And then they give us all like an ad read, and they send us in this room, and mine was for Gatorade, and I'm just such a little douchebag. I'm in there, I'm like, Gatorade, quench your thirst, you know, and it is like,
Oh
I
my God.
I know now, and I think I even knew then how cheesy and corny and almost like not seriously I was taking it because I was being so over the top. And then after that, you go back out into like the area where everybody was, and then they call you back one at a time. And I go back there, and it's me and my mom and her boyfriend in this room. And the guy comes on, he like slams down like like a folder, and he's like, well, he's got it. He's got that thing you can't teach. He's got that extra oomph that
Chromosome.
not everybody has. Yeah, right. He got that extra oomph that not everybody has. That thing that makes people a star. And with the right guidance, he will be successful. And my mom's like, oh my God, I knew it. And I'm like, fuck. We've been had. And then the guy's like, so there's 4 different packages. The first one.
yeah.
And they were like thousands of dollars.
Buddy.
Right? And my mom, I'm pretty sure knew it was bullshit. I definitely knew it was bullshit. And my mom is my mom, and she's such a sweet lady, and doesn't realize that like her chubby little fucking blonde-haired son who
You had blonde hair?
I bleached it.
Wow.
And like
90s.
didn't know if I was like, oh my God, this is my big break.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, maybe we'll look at a couple of things. He's like, well, the offer's off the table. Once you leave here, it does get more expensive if you call back, but there are payment plans in this. She's like, yeah, we'll talk. And then we get out of there, and I was like, I'm sorry. And she's like, okay, good. You knew it was bullshit. You're not a complete idiot.
Dude, that is, it's bad. I've never paid, but have you ever signed up for the ones in New York City? I did one recently, like the open casting, that kind of stuff. Because I know comics who have gotten cool stuff from like those kind of things. But I signed up for one. I still get text messages from them. They're like, Stranger Things is casting extras. And I was like, ooh, I wouldn't want to be on that, dude. But I get them twice a week now. And they're like, are you free for a call? And I'm like, dude, there is you didn't even meet me, dude. I listened to a phone call, and then they were like, packages start at.
Yeah.
But again, they were like, look at our celebs, look at all the people we represent. And I'm like, dude, I don't remember. They're like, you remember the victim from Law and Order season 5? And I'm like, no. She didn't have any speaking parts, but she was dead in a ditch.
I told you I was a stand-in.
Did you?
I did some stand-in work for Mindhunter.
Oh, you told me this. Yeah, for the, what's his name? The bigger guy.
It never actually got filmed.
That's cool, though.
But I did go there, and I got fitted, and I wore a costume, and I got paid well, and I got food, and then I had a stand-up gig the next time they needed me.
I can't do it.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But they would call me like, day before, and I was like, hey, I'm booked. I have work. I can't do it. And they're like, okay, well, I guess we'll find somebody else. And thank God, because I was kind of nervous. We were waiting the one day. We almost shot the scene that I was going to do. And me and the other stand-in are sitting there and we're waiting. And I was probably like 28 at the time, playing a stand-in for like a fat 65-year-old man.
Yeah.
And
the other detective, right?
no, dude, this is like it was like a guy that was only on like 2 episodes.
Oh.
I heard David Fincher screaming at people.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, dude, the fuck, I'm not going to be berated by the Fight Club guy.
To not even be in the movie?
Yeah. For my hands to be.
Are you fucking kidding me? This guy doesn't look anything like that guy. He's just screaming. You're like,
Look at his hands.
They're like, hey, come here.
Yeah. His ring finger's longer than his index. This has to be perfect.
Dude, I can't imagine what that's like. Like, it's shocking there aren't more stories about that.
About what?
Like people talking shit about directors openly. It's because we're not but people who are like actors who probably see such horror stories about people, directors, production people, they know if they speak out, they're not going to have a job anymore because no one wants to, bring in.
Hire a snitch.
Exactly. But yeah, dude, you were on set one day and you're like, David Fincher is having a meltdown.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, was it a coincidence that I was there the one day he was freaking out?
He's had a bad day on the one time that I was there.
Which is a possibility, but
Sure.
I highly fucking doubt it.
No.
Dude, did you ever see the movie X or Pearl?
No, I got to see those.
So
you liked them, right?
I love those movies, and they're coming out with the third one in the trilogy, Maxine. Now, the star of it, Mia Goth.
She's a weird-looking lady.
Weird-looking lady. She is Shia LaBeouf's wife.
Really?
She had recently gotten sued by an extra on either Maxine or Pearl. Mm-hmm. It was an extra who was playing a what's a dead person called?
Corpse.
Yes, it was playing a corpse, and I guess when they were going through the takes, she was stepping like way too close to his head. So he was like complaining about it. He's like, hey, like I'm worried she's gonna step on my head. I'm worried. So she got so annoyed by it and pissed off that she booted him in the fucking head.
Oh my
And
God.
he sued her.
Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, that's kind of a dream. Get to sue, like you get to sue like the director, her, and the production company. You probably don't get to work as an extra anymore, but you get a nice paycheck from it.
That's true.
Probably make a few $100,000. Especially brain damage, you know. You're like, I have a concussion. I got to go to the hospital.
Well, he's got to lie a little. He got to embellish.
Yeah, I mean, just the embarrassment, dude. The embarrassment of getting kicked by a like celebrity in front of everybody. The emotional and like, I can't even go on set anymore. This was my dream. I could have been Brad Pitt. You know. You
never think about those people that are like rich and they're like driving around in like nice cars, and you're like, damn, how did you do it? How did you make it? Oh, I answered a casting call. They sent me a text message, and wouldn't you believe it? I was worried about my safety, and so worried that it annoyed someone into kicking me in the head.
Annoyed to them doing the thing that I was scared of.
Yeah, kicking me into upper middle class. How good are you at separating the artist from the art with things?
I think, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to see Bill Cosby next week. Dude, I bet is he still doing tours?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I can't imagine it's good.
Is there anybody that did something fucked up? Any of these like people that are really canceled? Like you see a lot of comedians that like to say like, oh, I got canceled. Oh, this happened to me. I got canceled. When I say like really canceled, I mean like Kevin Spacey canceled.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I still like Drive.
I mean like
I still like, or what's the one? Baby Driver?
He's in that?
Yeah. Kevin Spacey.
Still a good actor.
Yeah, I still watch, I'll still watch American Beauty. I'll still watch, although you read the things about Kevin Spacey and then you watch him act and you're like, ooh, man, maybe he's not acting. Maybe this is just like his.
I saw that coming.
Everything else in his life is acting, and then when the camera rolls, when he's like a freak, that's like him being real,
like hiding in
like
plain
Frank
sight.
Underwood in House of Cards, like that's him.
Do you remember what happened right after he got canceled? Right?
What?
He put out a video, like this really weird video that he shot, where he's kind of playing Frank Underwood. But he's talking about his own personal situation.
He's doing the tap.
Yes, and he's saying like how he'll be back.
Oh,
and it's just, man, it does
I used
not
to love
age
that
well.
the tap with the ring.
Oh yeah,
They did.
The show was great.
It's a great show. Way worse after he got off it. I watched like one episode.
You know who I can't listen to anymore?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Why not? What'd he do?
That's the thing. His is the least like proven.
It's
in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the evidence is.
We had a whole
glaring.
We had a whole conversation about this when you were out that episode. Trusso put something online about Michael Jackson. People were coming after, I forget who, Diddy or no, Drake. That whole Drake thing, him being like, Kendrick calling him out for like having inappropriate relationships with like younger women, or allegedly whatever. And Brandon put some comment about like everyone's, willing to come after Drake, but nobody talks about Michael Jackson. Dude, he got like 10,000 comments replying to him being like, he was never found guilty of anything. He's a hero.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like where there's smoke,
there's a forest fire.
There's kids getting fucked. I mean, there's a lot of kids said that he did his thing.
Did you ever watch that documentary?
Hilarious.
I've never watched that either.
Me and Colin were working at the airport in Pittsburgh
when that came out,
and they had a break room where we could watch TV, and we started casting things from our phones. So we had long 2-hour breaks. Yeah. We just chill in there. And one day we watched that documentary, and everybody working with us was like, "Hey, can you turn this off? This is I get we run a pretty lax environment here, but we can't be watching this." And me and Colin are like, "Shut the fuck up. We want to see." And then it's just and then he took me home and made me bend over and look into my butthole. And man, but that's one that's hard for me because I watched that documentary, and now every time I see or like hear
Billie
like
Jean.
the way you make me feel, and I'm like, ugh. Gross.
I do kind of feel that way with Kevin Spacey, though. You know, now like I said, when his stuff comes on and you can see it, and you're like, oh, this, I bet things got dark.
Yeah.
In his house, in his mansion in L.A.
Well, dude, I mean, like some of my favorite movies of all time, you see at the beginning or the end. Harvey Weinstein. Yeah.
Weinstein production.
And that motherfucker's out of jail.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he's in jail.
I think he's on the streets now.
I don't think so.
Something
dude.
happened recently.
Well, his New York case got appealed, but he's still got like California lawsuits, I think. And
good.
I think he's in like
He's in fun jail. He's in like
I don't
Goodfellas
think so.
jail.
I think
oh,
he's
really?
he's in like
should have took my class before he went in
Rikers
jail.
Island. I think he's like, fuck, I wish this didn't get appealed.
Really?
I think he's in Rikers.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up.
Where you at, Harvey?
I think he's in Rikers.
He should have took my class.
Yeah, dude, he needs it.
He is in trouble.
That's a troublemaker if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, but not the fun kind.
No, not the fun kind.
Harvey Weinstein, where's he at? Wow.
Got to go through your search history, all the
right.
Harvey Weinstein.
On April 2024, the New York Court of Appeals overturned the New York R-word convictions because of egregious errors of procedures ordering a retrial. Weinstein remains in prison. Oh, you nailed it because of the California thing.
Yeah,
Look at you
dude.
doing your research.
I looked it up. They're not going to put a guy like that on the streets.
So you think he's in
away.
like prison?
Yeah. I think he's in Rikers for now. Because he's technically now you get held in Rikers when your case is pending.
Yeah.
And then you get out, or then you go to like wherever you're going to serve your sentence. Like the pre-holding, like when you're held pre-trial, pre-sentencing, pre-conviction, whatever, that's tough because he's probably in like he's probably enough of a known guy that he's in some type of protective custody or isolation or something like that.
Yeah.
But that stuff, that's where you go in, like jail, pre-sentencing jail, where you're like in a big gymnasium type room and it's like bunk beds and it's like 50 guys in a room. Once you get sentenced, that's when you have like your own cell or like 2 guys in a cell, whatever, like that.
Like the movies.
Yeah. That's when you can start living it up.
What do you think the best prison movie is?
Oh, dude, I was just thinking about that. I don't think it's the best, but what was the one we talked? Brawl in Cell Block 99.
It's a good one.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
A couple, maybe like 2 months ago. I didn't like the ending. I hated the ending.
That's actually a good thing that we can do next time we do a Just You and I pod.
Yeah.
Is we prepare our like top 5 prison movies.
I mean, I think probably
because if I had to go off the top, or something like that, because I think number 1, you obviously got to go with Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. Some other really good ones though are Cell Block.
Can you consider American History X a prison movie?
I think
he's in prison for half the movie.
Yeah, I think you can. But is it good because of the prison stuff?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think some of the prison scenes are pretty good in there.
Longest Yard. Great prison
that's
movie.
Up there.
That might be number 2. Me too.
Right? So good.
But fuck it, we're about to do this right now.
Makes prison seem fun.
Did you ever see... You know what? That is a tough one. Because you know some of those guys that you're like, oh, he's so funny, are like, they're for rape. Do you know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck is Goldberg there for?
Oh, yeah, some weird shit.
Yeah. Like,
definitely some weird shit. I like to think it was for stealing TVs.
That's what I'm saying. You're rooting for all these guys. And you're...
No, sir. If I drop this TV, then you get me on destruction of property.
With
Shawshank?
Which I don't remember. That's
when the young kid comes in. And he's like,
yes.
Hold it, son. He's like, I was backing up with the TV.
The one who breaks it all open.
Yeah, and they get murdered.
Well, so like when you're watching The Longest Yard, and I'm talking about the Adam Sandler one. I'm not going to watch the fucking old stupid one.
Thank you.
But the Adam Sandler one, you're like, man, all these convicts are so lovable. Mm-hmm. They all can't be in there for theft. They all can't be in there for DUIs or shaving points.
No, dude. What do you think? What's his name? Joey Diaz was in there for.
That's what I'm saying.
No, probably drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there has to be at least, I'm lowballing here, 10% of the guys on the team in The Longest Yard that we're rooting for, these lovable underdogs, are there for murder/rape.
Yeah, the guy who's like in that cage,
That's what I'm saying.
who's in the
He's
cage
done
who plays
some
ping
shit.
pong by himself. He's done some stuff.
Yeah.
Probably like that's the type of thing you get for like killing and eating an entire family. You get like stuck in a cage.
He's like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. Except Adam Sandler turns him.
He does.
Did you see Happy Gilmore 2?
Coming out,
it
yeah.
just got greenlit by Netflix.
Yeah. I saw Adam Sandler being interviewed about it.
Kind of love it.
It's going to be awesome.
I hope it's awesome.
Another underrated prison movie, though, I want to say is Escape Plan.
The first one's good.
Yeah, the other ones
First one's good.
The other ones are tragic.
So bad, dude. Did you watch the one? I think it might be 3
The Batista
or 2
one?
when they're in
fucking watched
the
all of them, man.
the
They
AI
stink.
prison. The
Yes.
AI prison. So bad, dude.
Yeah, watch all.
Oh, here's a question. Okay. I don't have a list to do it, but what are your top 5 or 10 fictional athletes?
Oh, that's good. How much time do we have? I mean, do we got time to get to this?
We got a little time.
Okay. I'll fire just a couple out. I mean, Rocky's obviously on there. Rocky Balboa.
Rocky's got to be on
fictional
there,
athlete.
probably, right?
I love Shane Falco. Great fictional
Shane
athlete.
Falco, he's got to be on there.
I love Jackie Moon.
From Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
I love Roy Munson from Kingpin.
Okay.
Boy.
Yeah.
Professional athletes in movies that are great. Willie Beeman, Steamin' Willie Beeman
Yeah,
from Any
yeah,
Given Sunday.
yeah.
Ooh, doo. Oh, just watched it. Jerry Maguire, Rod Tidwell, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character.
Okay.
Great character.
Pretty good.
Airbud. No.
Airbud's pretty good, dude. Electric. I'm pretty sure someone has a bit about this, but the dad who is like driving his son home after a dog just dropped 40 points.
It's really
It's either a
funny.
bit or a sketch I've seen where it's like, can you imagine being the son who's getting driven home by his ultra competitive dad after a golden retriever just dropped
crossed
40,
him up.
just dropped 40 to win the state title.
I never watched one of those movies. They
Oh,
look
dude,
so
I've seen
stupid.
Airbud. You never seen Airbud?
No, I never saw Airbud.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're like 11.
It's tough fictional because a lot of sports movies are based on a true story.
Based on real things.
Now, Goon is based on
Fictional, though.
But fictional.
I'd say that's fictional.
Doug Glatt. I love
Doug
I love
Glatt's
that character.
I think I would have Doug Glatt there for me.
Yeah.
I would have Happy Gilmore for
Happy
sure.
Gilmore.
For sure. Doug Glatt, Happy Gilmore. Shane Falco's on there for me, but to switch it up and do something different than you, I would go with the twins from that Disney Channel original movie.
The girls?
The twin girls
Yeah.
in that basketball movie. Do you ever see that?
Yeah, the two blonde chicks.
Yeah. Have you ever watched that? Like,
Yeah. Where it's like 5 seconds.
Travel. And she's doing the shimmy shake.
Yes, I've seen that.
It's so bad.
Man, we're missing so many, I think. Bobby
I got
Boucher.
one. Bobby Boucher, for sure. The Adam Sandler's character in The Longest Yard is on there.
You know where he played?
Where?
Pittsburgh quarterback.
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Crewe.
Paul Crewe. I got one. Deep cut for you. Johnny Tsunami.
Oh, wow.
A little X Games action.
That's a good one.
Surfer, snowboarder. And then, you know what? I'm gonna pull one of the most probably inspirational.
Brink.
Brink was one of my favorites growing up. Gordon Bombay.
Coach.
Also a guy who scored, I think he scored 147 points in 14 games in Little League and then missed
they
that
said
shot
that?
in the shootout and never played again.
Because they slashed him in the back.
Never played again. Yeah, Gordon Bombay. Oh, you know who else? I don't know if you're a fan. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, Mystery Alaska.
Never watched it.
Oh, buddy, you got to watch that. Russell Crowe's character in that, top fictional athlete, one of my favorites.
Oh, Tom Hardy and Warrior.
Dude, you can't do that to me. I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies.
It's a great movie.
So good. So
Real
good.
tearjerker.
Oh, I cry at the end every time.
I watched a sports movie last night, sort of.
Zorro,
Saw Challengers.
how was it?
It was fun.
That's not what you told me on the phone.
It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. It was
I believe you said
it was a lot of dude. There was a lot of dude sexual energy.
I believe
it was a
I believe
pretty gay movie.
Your quote on the phone was I said, "How was it?" And you go, kind of gay.
It was for sure. It was. But you know what? They hyped it up as I will say this, no spoilers, because you would actually really like this movie. I think, yeah, I really do, because what I've heard is it has a Saltburn vibe.
Oh, I do like Saltburn.
And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Uncut Gems too. Like it has
Stressful
like that
the whole
fast
time.
pace and
Yeah.
like it's intense. The acting's good. The characters are really fun. And like the way that they wrap like this story around tennis and everything is so tennis oriented is like it makes it one of the least and most sports movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But like the way they marketed it, I was like, man, these they're just gonna be having threesomes all movie. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And it's not like a crude.
That's
movie.
what I thought it was going to be.
It's not a crew movie. It's pretty well done.
Yeah?
I would give it a between a 3.8 and a 4 out of 5.
Out of 5?
Yeah.
Wow. 3.8 popcorn buckets.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It was a fun movie going experience.
All right.
And I recommend seeing it in theaters.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do, because if you watch it at your apartment, your neighbors are going to hear you.
Why?
Because it's one of those movies, like you know how when you're like, everybody has this complaint where when you're watching a movie, you have to keep adjusting the volume the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
because
up and
some
down,
parts
up
are
and down.
that's how it is, and
Yeah.
but like it's very purposeful.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
You got to watch Dune, man. You got to watch him.
it's not a sports movie. We're talking
I
about a
know.
sports movie.
I know. But yeah, I think, Gordon Bombay, that would round out my top 5.
Who do you think is the most unbelievable athlete in a movie?
Unbelievable?
Yeah. Like, have you ever watched a movie and you see like a dude that's supposed to be an athlete throw a football?
Airbud. Oh, you know who we forgot too?
Who?
Remember the Titans.
But who do you pick from there?
Most unbelievable. I
No.
also don't know if you could say fictional because it's based on a real team.
I heard it's pretty. They've taken some liberties.
Pretty loose.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
In my top 10, easily, movie athletes has got to be my boy Mox from Varsity Blues.
Okay, yeah.
James Vanderbeek's character.
Yeah. Dude, but what's his name was a better quarterback. Way better.
Who?
Just got hurt. Paul Walker.
Not durable. You need
Paul
durability.
Walker. I mean, same way that Jason Street is a better quarterback than Matt Saracen. In
He didn't have
the
heart.
Friday Night Lights.
He didn't have
dude, are you
heart
kidding
like
me? He had
Saracen.
so much heart. He had so much heart. His back stopped working. Dude, he had so much heart, dude.
The first season of that show is dope.
It's great. It's great. Michael B. Jordan's character.
I didn't make it through it all.
I made it through. You're,
Should I finish it?
Yeah. Because that 4th season, you're like, oh, this is gonna stink. Matt Saracen graduated. All these like characters are leaving. But I probably put out of that whole show, best fictional athletes, Tim Riggins. Tim Riggins is there. Yeah.
Can I ask you for at least one spoiler?
Yeah.
From that show?
Yeah.
Matt Saracen.
Yeah.
Does he like prevail in the end of it all?
Yes.
How?
He moves to Chicago to go to art school with the coach's daughter. She moves there too.
Oh, she ends up with him.
And they end up like living together in Chicago.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because he was on the fucking pace to be a huge loser.
He was, dude. Once his like dad died, and then I'm glad that his grandma didn't die. That would have like really sent him over the edge,
Well, his thing with his grandma was so annoying.
Yeah.
Crazy. The two maybe biggest like careers to come out of that movie.
The mom and dad.
No.
Who else?
Jesse Plemons
Oh, yeah, you forget about him.
and Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Probably the two biggest stars.
Yeah. You could say Tim Riggins too. Taylor Kish, he had a bit of a run.
He did. He had a run.
He's a bit of a run.
He was on that doo-doo season of True Detective. That dookie ass season of True Detective.
As well as, dude, one of my favorite war movies, The Lone Survivor.
I don't watch that shit.
Dude. Yeah, because you're not a fucking patriot.
Mark Wahlberg in Invincible, but he's playing a real guy.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Vince Papali.
Ah, man. Mark Wahlberg played too many real guys.
I know.
Of athletes.
Dude, they got to do... They should make the movie with Mark Wahlberg, like, in a plane, stopping hijackers. Do you remember?
That was the most ridiculous thing ever. I talk about that often, actually.
It's crazy to say that. He goes, not on my plane.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, man,
if anybody wants to know,
you're an actor.
Mark Wahlberg said that 9/11 wouldn't have happened if he was on one of those planes. It wouldn't have happened on his watch.
It's an insane thing to say.
I think...
He said it with enough confidence, though, where you're like, I agree.
I think I have a 20% chance of kicking Mark Wahlberg's ass.
Yeah.
Guy's like fucking 5'6".
Yeah. Dude, okay, we got to wrap up soon, but if you were on a plane today and like someone stood up, I just saw a video of this guy, like I'm clearly having like a mental breakdown, and they're mid-flight and he's talking about like taking over the plane. And at some point he's like yelling and then he goes, okay, I'm taking over the plane. And dude, there are all these like bitch ass dudes, like old men, like sitting there just like they're doing that, you know, what you do on the subway when someone starts acting crazy. They're just like looking at the ground, and the guy like stands up finally and he's like, I'm taking over the plane. And then this dude stands up and he's like, no, you're fucking not. And the guy like points like a pen at him and he's like, I'll kill you. And I hope that I would do the same thing.
You know what I think I would do?
Because now, dude, they close off. Nobody's getting to the pilots.
Yeah.
So the plane is secured and ready to land, you know, whenever. You just got to, you know, stop them from like hurting people. And then you're a hero, dude. You probably get to meet the president.
Yeah, it would definitely get filmed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think what I would do if I saw a dude, if it was somebody that like I was a little unsure of, like if he seemed either too crazy or like a dude that would just melt me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kick the shit out of me
This was like a
immediately.
skinny dude who, yeah.
I would either get up and handle it, or I would like look for like another normal dude on there.
Be like me and you.
And I would be like, do you want to fucking help me handle this?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. People don't team up enough.
No, that's fun, dude.
People don't team up enough.
Can you imagine if me and you were on a plane and we just like see each other across the way?
Yeah.
Someone's going crazy. Dude, this pod would blow up.
But I just mean even like, I'm talking about I'm grabbing a stranger.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Just rando.
You used to look for like a big dude. You're like, shh, me and you, buddy.
Yeah.
Me and you, we're going. I like to think that I would act. Even if I get beat the hell out of, you know, at least you die a hero.
What would you do? What would you do if somebody stood up and pulled a wedding singer on a plane?
I would probably like, shut the fuck up, dude. We got shit to do.
Yeah.
I'm watching Anyone But You on demand.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney's about to take her shirt off.
Nobody would. I think it would. You'd get away. Nobody would pay attention.
No.
Nobody cares.
No one would care. No one would care.
Yeah.
So don't propose on a plane. That is a hilarious sketch, though, to propose on the plane and then have them say no. I think that's funny.
I think that if you, first of all, this would be the last. Are we running out?
Yeah,
here?
and then we can wrap. That would be a fun bit, dude.
Well,
that would be a funny bit.
Well, here's what I will say. Is one, I think if you propose to somebody in public, there's something fucking wrong with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a bullshit move. I think it's a semi-gross move.
Yeah.
I think it should be something intimate. I think it should be something personal. You could do, if you want, you could do it in a public place. Like if you go to Central Park or do something like that or like, you know, but like to do it like publicly, I think that's fucked up. But also, if you get proposed to in a public place,
Gotta say yes.
you say yes.
Then you say no.
And then later you're like, oh, hey.
We're not doing
what
this.
you did to me, certainly not okay. Second, we're not doing this. You're going to take this ring back. Dylan, we've been dating for 2 weeks. I get that we have a lot of things in common, but it's not going to work out.
I get that we both love the Goonies, but this just can't happen, dude. I mean, you can't.
Yes, we ordered the same exact drink at the same exact time. That does not mean that I want to marry you. Why are you carrying that ring around?
I just love you so much. That's fucking terrible, dude. All right, you want to wrap?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was fun,
That
dude.
was a fun app. I don't know if people are going to like it, but I did.
I think they're going to love
A little
it.
break from the norm.
Well, listen. Please do us a favor if you did like it, and I'm sure you did. Share it with some of your friends, man. Send it to them. Troublemakers, we are here every single Wednesday. If you didn't know, me and Dylan are both very, very funny fucking stand-up comedians. So follow us separately. I'm at Ray Zawodni on social media, and I got a YouTube channel out there, Ray Zawodni. And make sure to keep supporting the Troublemakers podcast, and we'll keep bringing you this content for fucking free. We're giving this to you
for free.
And Dylan, where can they find you, man?
Oh, at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week when I'm feeling motivated. Other than that, give us a nice little comment on the YouTube. I'll respond to them all. Even if they're mean, I'll respond, but I prefer the nice ones.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see you next week, baby. Good night.
Bye.